Hello everybody, it's Lazel here with another video. Today I want to give you a bit more insight about my castle and what my current projects are. So since I have reached C40, there isn't that much of a building that I'm really focusing on. The only thing is going to be the drill grounds in a few months, but there are still a lot of projects and I want to talk about them. So you also keep in mind that there's a lot more to do than just going for castle upgrades and so on and so on. So I'd say we better get right into it. So the first project that I'm currently working on is on one of my zodiacs. So currently I have everything on green and 2 on blue, but the Aries zodiac is such a good zodiac for my troop composition that I'm fully focusing on this one, because the angel attack is something that is very valuable for me, especially since I'm working on my mystic college, especially for angels way more. This is going to have a huge impact. Cavalry attack and cavalry HP in general are always great, especially for cavalry as a frontline unit, because cavalry hits harder than infantry. So the zodiac is just great already from the first 3 stars. But then with the 4th skill, the damage reduction for cavalry, this is just a must-have. We focus so much on reduced damage from mages that we often miss out on other damage reductions, like from angels or from archers, for example, which we also have, but our biggest focus is always on reduced damage from mages. So I am very happy about the fact that the Aries zodiac is so focused on cavalry plus angels that this is just a zodiac for me and I'm fully focusing on it. Just this morning, because we have the Hardest Order event currently, I had one quest where I was about to use zodiacs, so I used some of them to give my Aries the 3rd level or the 3rd tier, and now I'm working on the 4th to get it to a purple level, to get even more, especially damage reduction for cavalry. This is it from the zodiac side. The other zodiacs are just growing by time. I think that back a few weeks ago I also gave the Leo some upgrades because of the angel HP and reduced damage taken from mages, but now I am completely back 100% onto the Aries zodiac, because this is just a must-have for my troop constellation. Then I want to talk about my emblems, because I do have a few upgrades that I could do in here. For example, the Justice emblem, I currently have it on level 22 and I could bring it up to level 23. Currently, I'm still holding back a bit because I am also considering something else, but we will get to that in a minute. So, and I could also give my Commander emblem an upgrade, because from level 22 to 23 I have all of the emblems needed, but I just need 5 more blue fine leather, and this emblem is just great for me. One of my big weaknesses is that I have a small march size currently, because I'm focusing on technology and on troop quality. So, but my march size is definitely falling behind, or has fallen behind over the last few years. So this is a great upgrade for me, only from the army size limit size, but also from the recruitment time reduction, because I'm also handling my recruitment speeds a bit more different now. So in addition to that, march speed is also a nice thing. But here it is about the emblems. Yes, I could give them a few upgrades, but I am also very interested in starting to gamble my Dragon Scale belt to orange quality, because it gives you so much. The recruitment speed up, the stamina recovery, the additional gather speed boost, and so on and so on. These are just great things that will help you with your castle development overall. So I'm currently a bit torn apart in between if I want to upgrade my emblems and use my materials for that, or if I want to go for gambling the Dragon Scale belt. The thing is, usually I'd say that I'd go for the emblem upgrades, just because of the fact that I know that these are 100% improvements. They will always help out and they cannot fail. And the Dragon Scale belt is something that could fail. So from my approach, I'd say, okay, I'll first go with the emblem upgrades that I think are useful. For example, the Commander emblem upgrade would be something that I do. But I think that the Justice emblem upgrade is something that can fall behind, because yes, it is helping my troop quality, but currently I don't really need more troop quality due to my technology. I like the commander emblem for its additional army size limit and for the recruitment time reduction. That helps my castle strength in a lot of different ways, because I get a bigger march and I get more troops for the time that I invest. So these are safe upgrades. They are small, but I know that they are helping 100%. And then gambling a dragon scale belt is something I really want to do it, because I know how good the dragon scale belt is. And it's something I'm still a bit torn apart about. So maybe you guys can help me out. Just let me know down in the comments below, what would you go for? Would you go for safe emblem upgrades, or would you go for gambling a dragon scale belt? I'm really interested, and maybe it will help me to make a decision. Usually I'd say first the emblem, the commander emblem, and then gambling the dragon scale belt. So that is also something that I am currently working on. Then we come to my Azeroth investments. So just this week, we are currently in the strongest slot event. I have finished the 4th level of the flame missile skill, and this is just getting out of hand in my opinion. Just this morning I attacked a guy in the star runes, and we can quickly go for the replay. Here, this guy, I was attacking him, and you can see the flame missile starting to work in the opponent's angels for 800, which with each auto attack. But later it gets really interesting when we start to hit his angels, and then you can see the flame missile going into his tier 12 mages. You can see that with every normal attack we are killing 2.5k of mages, and this is just crazy in my opinion. I really like these numbers, and I'm very happy about the fact that I'm going for these improvements. I did this attack in my farming gear, and I'm really looking forward to increase this number. So I am very happy with doing these investments into the flame missile skill. But due to the fact that the 5th level costs 23k of Azeroth, I am a bit torn apart about how I want to continue here, and I'm also interested in your opinion. So there are 3 things in here that I could improve. I could go for the Blazing Soul and improve the Sacred Flame of my angels. This is cheaper, the percentage improvement is bigger, but we all know that the Sacred Flame of the angels only trigger when we are a few seconds in the battle, and we are not profiting from it right away. But it's cheaper, the effect is great because we're getting additional 5%, that's huge. And this is an alternative that we could do. We also could go for an even cheaper upgrade by improving the Savage Impact and increasing the chance to stun the targets of our cavalry by another 3.5%, coming to 8.5%. So these are alternatives that we have to the flame missile. I'm also interested in upgrading the flame missile. And aside from all of the Mystic College research, we have the alternative to start working on our drill grounds, because this is something that, as I've just explained earlier, I am lacking in. I don't have that big of a march size, and I'm also not one of those guys that often goes for the 25% army size increase, because either you buy it with gems, and I'm always lacking in gems, even though I'm currently at 13.5k. which is a lot for me, I gotta say that, but it is an option, because the more upgrades we do in the drill grounds, the bigger our army size limit gets, and that would really help me out with my current improvement. I think an upgrade from 35 to 36 costs around about 16k of Azeroth, I believe. So these are currently also decisions that I am torn apart about, and yeah, either going for one of these 3 skills or for the drill grounds. I'm still thinking about it a lot, but yeah, this is how I'm currently thinking about my Azeroth investments. And then I want to talk about recruitment speedups. So I am having recruitment speedups, and I am using them every time we are having the national recruitment event. And we also have, or I also have a title like the Grand Duke, for example. So I get the maximum recruitment speed that I can get out of my castle. And then I am always speed promoting certain troops. I have done a lot of tier 13 cavalry, and now I'm currently working on catching up a bit with tier 13 mages, even though I'm not focusing them anymore, but they would really help me out in certain events like the Fiend Trial, in the Evil Tyrant, or also in other events when you go for a formation that is only focusing your mages and you just have a few meat shields in there. I am catching up a bit with my mage count, also due to the fact that we are in a situation in our kingdom where we don't have any civil war. I can profit from all of my troops in non-loss events, and the more troops I have and the even better the quality of those troops is, the better I perform in those non-loss events. So I'm not holding back any recruitment speeds anymore. I'm always investing them as soon as I have enough recruitment speed up improved by the national recruitment event and also from the military title, the Grand Duke, or in the worst case, the Baron title. These are my current projects. I have made a few points, or I have talked about a few points that I find very interesting because I'm still not sure which way I want to go. So I'm really interested in your opinions down below. And then I would say, see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.